Hello everyone. I know it's just a moment too early, so I'm gonna give everyone a few more moments just to get everyone on and to make sure everyone is with us. And I'm seeing that people are starting to join us. I am Alba. I'm one of the Janome educators. I was so excited to get to launch this segment with the Janome Lives featuring our favorite features. I got to launch this with my absolute favorite feature, and what I'm going to show you today goes hand in hand with what I showed you last time. What I want to show you is a little gadget that I've been working on. I posted this on Facebook. Someone else came up with this wonderful idea. And this is an extender for all the face masks that we've been making. And all this is a piece of grosgrain ribbon that has two ends double folded and some buttons sewn on. So hopefully we'll give all our medical workers and everyone working long 12-hour shifts a break on their ears by making a few of these to go with our face masks. The feature that I'm going to share with you today is one that I've been using to make my face masks, and people have been laughing and saying that I'm mass producing them, and it's because I really understand the features of the machine and able to use them to their full advantage. So what I'm going to be showing to you today is the patchwork section that is in sewing application. So what I'm first going to show you is me at work using this function to make the face masks, and I'm just going to turn that camera around and get that position. So just bear with me. So what I'm going to show you first is this feature in action, and then I'll show everyone how to set it up. So sewing applications is typically used for quilting, but what I'm going to show you now is for just standard sewing. I am repeating this same seam for the face masks that I'm making, and I'm utilizing that beautiful feeding action that the Janomes are known for to sew that curve effortlessly. I am using my AccuFeed Flex 1/4 inch foot, and notice it stops for me, giving me time to get my fabric put together and put that under the foot. So even though this isn't a quilt, anytime you're using a straight stitch to do repeats, this will come in really handy. So what I'm going to do now, I know with my device showing you what I'm doing on the screen did not really work well for me. So I'm going to be going to my phone showing you how to set this up with screenshots of this. You have a little reminder that the Spring Black Friday event is going on. Please reach out to the Janome dealers. They're really there for you. They have gone really over and beyond and doing curbside pickup and delivery. So make sure to reach out to them. Sewing applications is found on your home screen that you navigate. This screen here is from the 15,000. This is on many, many machines. So wherever your navigation tabs are that get you from a straight stitch to buttonhole to your decorative stitches, you will see a tab that looks like a t-shirt. And when you go into this tab, on my MemoryCraft 15,000, all of my functions are on one page. You may need to go to 2 pages to see the patchwork section. And when you press on that patchwork section, this is what your screen looks like. You have 3 options available to you. Just a straight stitch, a straight stitch with a back tack at the beginning and at the end, and a straight stitch with a locking stitch at the beginning and at the end. So I have chosen my just straight stitch, no locking, no back tacking. And the other thing that I do is I activate my pivot feature. And what my pivot feature is when I come to a stop, my foot will be up and my needle will be down, allowing me to sew and really butt up that fabric. So now what I'm going to do is go to the machine, and I am going to set up for quilting. So I am going to remove my masks and temporarily stop my mask making for the moment and get that out of the way. And I am going to set up some quilt squares. So typically when you're sewing a quilt, you have lots and lots of squares that you're sewing. So I'm going to drop my needle, raise my foot. I want to start the same way that I would come to a stop at. Now the first one that I set up needs to be done precisely. So I'm going to slow down my machine. And what I'm going to do is I want to sew this seam without coming to a stop until I'm 2 to 3 stitches off of my fabric. The reason that I like doing 2 to 3 stitches off of my fabric is to give me a little bit of fudge room or room for error. Now what that screen will look like is like this. You'll get a message. And actually that's the wrong screen. It'll say same size or different size. And you want to make sure to hit OK for same size. Now when I put my next piece under the foot and hit start, it'll come to a stop on its own. And I could move that speed to whatever I'd like. Now, at the end of every seam that I do, I'll get this message. And it's basically waiting for me to determine, am I done with all of my squares that I'm putting together, that I've gone to the ironing board to open them up to make a new size seam. And I would start this process over. And I love that it slows down towards the end, giving me enough time to get my fabric in place. Now, let's say I've sewn all of my squares together. And when I sew a square together, I'm going to see if I could do this. When I sew that square together and I open it up, it becomes a new shape or rectangle. So now I'm going to hit that X for a new size. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to make anyone dizzy. And again, the first one is where you need to be very careful and not stop until you're a few stitches off of the edge of the fabric, giving you a few stitches in between. And I am going to say OK for the same size. And now I'm going to line up my next piece that I'm sewing. Once I do my initial one, what a lot of people do not realize is for some reason I need to stop in the middle of a seam, adjust my fabric, move things around. I can. It will remember, and it's memorizing the number of stitches and come to a stop precisely. So I'm coming to the front of my camera again, just bear with me. So I've shared with you another feature that I absolutely love. I use this one a whole lot. I want to take a minute and see some of the questions. So I'm seeing from Mary, does the 7700 do this? Yes, it does. Many of our machines have this feature. So if you do have that sewing applications, the icon looks like a little t-shirt, you most likely have this feature. It's been there for quite a while, probably going back to the Memory Craft 11,000. What I love is that the newer machines with the pivot feature make it much easier to use by being able to butt up that fabric right up against the needle, getting a precise start and a precise stop. I'm going to look at some of the other comments. I'm just seeing a lot that didn't know this feature was there. So I'm really glad I'm able to share this feature with you, with some of the just things that I've learned to love with my Janome. I'm hoping that you're reaching out to your dealers. They're there. They're really making every effort in these times to really make sure that they're taking care of you and that you're getting all of your needs taken care of. I've seen curbside pickup with their sewing machines. So really reach out to the dealers. I often say that working for Janome, it's like an extended family. And I know all of our dealerships think that way with their customer base as well. So I'm going to take a look if there's any other questions that I could answer. I'm seeing lots of hellos and lots of new and old friends. Now I have one challenge for you though. You've heard so far two of my favorite features, the stop start, and today with the patchwork feature and sewing applications. I want to hear from you with what your favorite feature is. So I want to hear some comments with what you're using all the time and what your favorites are. So I'm going to leave you with that for that challenge to message in. The Janome office has people responding to all of these questions if you've asked a question and I didn't see it. So please know that you're going to be answered, and I look at all the questions after the live. So I hope you enjoyed your time with me. I will see you soon, and just don't forget, tomorrow at 3 o'clock there'll be another Facebook Live. Every Monday through Friday we'll be doing these. So please make sure to comment and let us know what you're enjoying about this and what you'd like to see. Thank you.